We're going to go ahead and do a reading specifically for twin flames to see what is going on for the twin flame collective, for the divine feminine, for the divine masculine. Today is an important day. It is the peak of the Pleiadian porthole that we're in. We are still in the May Pleiadian alignment, and this is huge because during the May alignment, our sun is very, very close to the Pleiades. Today, we are aligned with Alcyone, which is actually the central sun of the Pleiades. Our entire solar system, our astral system, also revolves around the Pleiades and Alcyone as well too. That means that our central sun, our sun, are very much aligned with the central sun of the Pleiades, bringing through a lot of galactic energies right now. There's a lot of high frequency light codes coming in that are very powerful over the next couple of months for what we're manifesting and what we're creating. We also have a powerful alignment today between Mars and Chiron. This is bringing up wounds around the masculine. Doesn't surprise me, as we're seeing a lot happen through the collective right now as well too. So this is getting us to uncover or dig deeper into old wounds, especially within the masculine or that the masculine is dealing with. Especially yesterday, we had a North Node alignment with Mars as well too, which deals with the masculine searching for, looking for, and aligning with their North Node or their destiny. And then today, of course, the old wounds are coming up. This is going to help you to dig in deeper and to let go of fears and to really heal yourself. But we're going to go ahead and start with a reading specifically for the divine feminine. Now remember that these are general reads, right, on video. If you're needing a one-on-one reading, you go ahead and book it on my website, sparksofdivinelightshealing.com. Make sure that you are as well too. This is going to help you so much if you are going through or think you're going through a twin flame experience as well too. Make sure you guys are doing more of the healings I have. I have tons of healings and activations up for today as well too. We're getting ready for Thursday's full moon in Sagittarius, so we're in some big energies. We want to be using them as well too. So I have tons of stuff on my website for the next couple of days as well too. Make sure you guys are taking advantage of it as well too. I also do twin flame coaching. This will help you with your process, whether you're just trying to heal old attachment issues or needing to shift out of those separation energies as well too, as they can be a lot to work through. Make sure you guys are checking out the twin flame coaching that I do on my website. Okay, so we're going to start with a reading for the divine feminine. Divine feminine, getting ready for that hot girl summer right now. Some of you guys may be in union, some of you may be in separation. If you are in separation, know that your person was not ready yet. You met for a reason so that they can be motivated to do the work. And we'll talk about some of the holdups going on today too. Okay, so divine feminine, just to start, these are what is going on for the feminine collective. And then divine masculine, if you're watching, direct messages from your divine feminine to the masculine. I'm confused about what I should do for my feelings for you. And so sometimes if in separation, one or both, then usually it's always the runner or the one with more avoidant attachment style. So more fear, right? We can look at avoidant attachment as more childhood trauma as well too, right? The more avoidant as well too. We'll say trauma stacked upon trauma. And usually it is that person, it depends, right? And usually it's someone with more masculine, but not all the time. It's that person has gone into that state. They're trying to put things on hold. And I think this is a cute concept, right? Because you can only put things on hold. And so it's like taking the long path. For those in separation, pay attention. It's like taking the long path there. You're still going to the same destination, but you're like decided to branch off and go on this other longer roundabout. Instead of just going right to union, you're going on the long path there. And so sometimes that person doesn't even know that as well too. So for those in separation, I think this is important too. Sorry, it's a little loud here. For those in separation, I think this is important too. Divine feminine and masculine know the connection at this point. Both people in the connection do as well too. It's very, very strong feelings and emotions. This is exactly what has triggered if there was a runner dynamic or an avoidant dynamic as well too. It was those strong emotions that were surfacing. Doesn't surprise me. Right now, with this Mars alignment, we're dealing with rest emotions, especially anger. And sometimes that can manifest as like a lot of energy and not putting it into the right thing. feelings or, feelings simmering below the surface. So while you have a lot of feelings for this person, you've triggered a lot of feelings within the masculine, because this is a reading for the feminine. You've triggered years of emotions that had nothing to do with you that they haven't dealt with on their own healing journey as well too. So just know that too. I still feel your energy around me. I never believed in these things before. Now I do. Sometimes it is in separation that you're being made aware of the multi-dimensional connection as well too, because you're always able to connect in the 5D. So especially if you're in a separation, no contact, going slow, not a lot of communication, you're connecting in the higher spiritual as well too, and you're feeling the connection. And you could try to, I always say, like, runner tries to put it out of mind, but you can't, right? As well too, like, you're always on their mind. Don't worry. If any of you guys are wondering, is my person thinking of me all the time? You haven't left their mind, you haven't left their heart either, or energetically, and so you're always with them as well too. Kind of just depends on the circumstances as well too. So you're feeling this person's energy around you because they're thinking about you all of the time. You're sensing them, you're feeling them with you. You're already together in the higher. It's all about the soul's evolution and journey to getting there. If in separation, this is very important that you're having trust, faith, surrender in what is going on here, and that you're working on yourself fully, and that you're working on yourself in ways that you couldn't with your counterpart around. Everywhere I go, I look around as if you'll magically be there. And this is how you could be waiting for, if in separation, because we deal with a lot of those energies, and separation is like being plunged into the abyss, and it can be very painful at first, and you go deep into the void, and then you heal that space, or heal in that space through bringing through the spiritual and reawakening your spiritual connection in that space. But this is like some people are bumping into their masculine, because this is a reading for the feminine. Some people are bumping into their masculine, they're seeing them. I couldn't tell you how many twin flames have told me this. They keep bumping into each other in the matrix and colliding with their paths as well too. And this is the infinity loop. Today I'm doing an infinity activation on my website, and this is like the separate paths becoming one, and it's the whole we'll say infinity sign. And so you each have your separate paths, but they intersect at certain points in your lifetime as your destinies are intertwined, as they are with certain people as well too. But today I want to talk about, because we have like the friends, your entire matrix is designed to keep you apart from your twin flame. And this is why we come into certain karmic situations with our families. They disempower us right from the start. We chose families that would literally disempower us so that we could then later take back our power and heal things energetically as well too. So the more that you're wrapped up in the matrix with family, friends, and things like that, the more that you're going to be taking on this energies, and they're designed to keep you back in a lot of ways. This is why when you do a true ascension, you're having to untangle yourself energetically from all of the people around you. And oftentimes you're having to go on this spiritual path and to follow this higher calling of the soul as well too, and to get out of the matrix, like, right? We're being guided to unplug and to untangle ourselves from the matrix. So this is also, watch out for the people around you. A lot of these people, you think, this is something I learned earlier on, they're not your friends. You think they're your friends, they're not your friends. As some of you guys are figuring out on the twin flame journey, as it's allowing you to see more clearly the energies around you, or to feel them. You were my home, and now I feel like I'm out in the cold, and don't feel like that too. This could be a reflection of how your person's feeling. Okay, so back in the day, and I was gonna say it's something like the Holy Grail. like we all know, like a long time ago, the knights would set out on their Holy Grail quest, but then figuring out that the actually Holy Grail was the goddess, the divine feminine, the chalice, the womb, right? The sacral as well too of the goddess. And so knowing that you are home to your twin flame, that you are what their entire quest was about, and it's about finding their way back to union, Hero's Gamus, spiritual marriage, and it's all about that as well too. And then when we're in the state of separateness, we're disconnected. When we're in the state of union, this is like attainment of their quest of what they're looking for as well too. So this is where divine feminine, you're being guided no matter what your situation, whether you're in separation or union, just to work on your energy, work on your space, work on yourself, right? Knowing that your masculine will come to you. The thought of you with someone else drives me crazy. And you guys can always feel other people in your masculine's energy you can always tell anyways, right? And so this could be something that has come up as well too. It's not everyone, but some of your masculines might have had karmic attachments, and this could take many different forms. They might have been wanting to be single so that they could date other people. They might have been dating other people, and that player energy too. It just kind of depends. And so this is something on your mind as well too, because you'll be able to sense it as well too. Trust me, if they're not with you, they're getting I say their supply. They're getting their supply from someone else, right? As well too. So this is something that people face in separation. Someone was talking to me about this morning in a conversation, and I said, it's okay. I said, just like they were telling me that they couldn't move on, right? Just like that, your counterpart won't be able to too once they've met you. It's different when we're asleep and when we're under. But once we've gone through a spiritual awakening and you've actually met your twin flame, if, God forbid, your counterpart is trying to date other people or talk to other people, their dating life is ruined at this point too, not just yours. I'm holding on to memories of us. You might be thinking about this person a lot. They might be, and I always describe that space where you do think about this person as this other dimension. I know, right? This is where we go. We float away. We're connecting on these other spiritual realms or spiritual planes right here in the physical as we're becoming more and more multidimensional. So just kind of know that. I need to tell you the truth. Today's energies are all about getting vulnerable about your feelings as we're being guided to tap into deeper truths and how we feel. I really do care, even though I don't show it. So Divine Feminine definitely does care about this connection. I was selfish and stuck in my ego. So twin flames are going to go through different cycles as well too. Some of it is clearing ancestral karma, clearing family stuff, clearing relationship stuff, and even clearing layers of ego programming as well too. Oftentimes you guys are even opposites in certain ways, whether it's that yin yang twin flame energy or just being very different. And I say wired up differently. You guys are figuring out dating that sometimes you're wired up differently than other people. You might have different needs when you're dating as well too. I don't feel like I deserve you. At the root cause of separation is not feeling good enough on some type of level or needing to constantly work on yourself or prove yourself when it comes to love. Once again, I keep hoping to bump into you everywhere that I go. Okay, so we have, some of you may have gone through a breakup or separation and felt these energies as well too. You might be still navigating these energies, but the thing is that, and it just kind of depends, things might have gotten toxic or this person may have gotten triggered. I know that you can very much trigger each other too as you're dealing with things and dealing with deeper truths that are going to come up as well too. But the truth is that you have unfinished business with this person, that it's not over yet. But you're needing to unpack some of your karmic baggage. You're needing to let go of some things. And this is letting go of old patterns. The better relationships, you're still working on each other and you're not just accepting toxic patterns, right? You're continuing to heal and to grow and to evolve. Relationships can teach us a ton about ourselves. Truth may have come out about your masculine too. And this could be deeper truths that the universe has shown you about this situation, things that you've learned, things that you've been taught. There's a strong magnetic attraction with this person. Your person is very attracted to you on a spiritual level as well too. This isn't just physical connection. So there's a very strong magnetic pull to this person, especially when you're in alignment as well too. All right, if you're in separation, you're feeling this absence, and this could just be even working towards union. I think that you really feel it in those spaces. And so you feel like a part of you is missing. I just finished another book that I'll have up shortly. I'm just waiting for the cover for it, and that's what I was doing the past few days. And I get taught a lot as I'm doing this work as well too. And so one of the things about separation is you will feel, I've had my twin flame tell me, broken, right? And maybe I'm just starting to realize that, because it is, you're being broken in half. Now you go on with half of your soul missing, but it's not about that. It's about making yourself whole again in that separation space. And then once you do, then you're complete, right? And so it's a lot of that as well too. But there's shadow side has come up. This person might have pointed out all of your flaws or been hyper focused on your flaws, right? Things like that. I know, right? They might have been a perfectionist, really, like how they see things. They might have been very I don't want to say indoctrinated, programmed in how they see things, including their relationships and things like that. Needing to find forgiveness with this person. This is huge too, because you'll be very upset sometimes about how these separations have gone as well too. Needing to really find forgiveness. This is moving on into a new chapter vibes as well too. So it's all about closing out that story, that last chapter, and kind of moving forward right now. This person is stalking you. Like, right? That's why I didn't do videos for like a week, right? Because my twin flame sits and stalks my videos and things like that. Okay. So especially if you're like on social media a lot, right? This person, your masculine, is checking up on your page. If you're posting, they're trying to see your life, right? They're trying to see where you're at, what's going on with you as well too. And so we have that energy as well too. And you'll probably feel it and sense it. Like I always had a hard time with that. Like a while ago, like I didn't like this person just kind of like, ignoring me and watching my video page. Like it was a few months ago, it was like too much and they had to go. So just saying, so you'll probably be able to psychically feel and sense it anyways. Like you don't always have to see it on your notifications. You're going to feel, like we talked about, this person's energy around you. You're going to feel when they're watching you, checking up on you. This can go for social media, but in the higher spiritual, they might be remotely connecting to you, tapping into you, and kind of in the astrals too. This is getting out of this inflexible energy and more go with the flow energy. So we are coming out of Taurus season. Taurus is very, very like putting your heels in and building. It's like not moving energy right now. We've shifted into Gemini season, and this is a lot lighter energy. I always love Gemini. My moon is in Gemini, and my twin flames Taurus is in Gemini as well too. Gemini is a little bit flaky when it comes to love. It's more like flirty energy, loves to talk about it, right? Like so. You guys might be having some nice conversations. Things like that. It's ideas, it's exchange of information. It is, having great conversations as well too, because this is very important for relationships as well too. So it's a lighter connection. It's all about mental connections. Won't surprise me that we're going to see a lot of karmic relationships crumble that aren't on that level, because twin flame is on this telepathic mental mind level as well too. Make it rain. Divine Feminine is manifesting abundance. This could be if you have legal matters, payouts, inheritance, but it could be unexpected money coming to you. If you're an entrepreneur, like suddenly your job taking off and things going really, really good for you. And we see this as part of a karmic balancing of society as well too, with the feminine too, and where we're all kind of at with it too. So Divine Feminine, you are a powerful manifester. You're being guided to work on your energy, to cultivate your energy, and to really heal yourself in this space, no matter what your situation is with your twin flame. All right, this is the Fool. And I know I always love this. This is new beginnings, starting over again, take a leap of faith, unexpected new adventures, spontaneity, innocence, and freedom. And I always love this. Now, in this, I just did a angel number book for twin flames that I'll have up within the next week or two. And I did put the tarot in it. I know, right? I put the first, we'll say 9 tarot cards in it that had to do with twin flames. The Fool is a really positive twin flame message as well too. It's like going all in. It's new beginning. It's this innocent next chapter, like going on the quest. You and your twin flame have gotten the spiritual calling. And then sometimes it is that quest though that we're talking about. It is following that calling, right? We can talk about the hero's quest, the hero's calling, and things like that, but unfortunately this isn't for everyone. But for some of you, we have the Knight of Pentacles in reverse, and this is not following their guidance, not following the calling. And you'll say, why? Fear, being too in logic, being too in the material focus. So this is like your twin flame might be obsessed with money and status and focused on these things, and they might be unreliable. They might be like lazy and not putting the work in as well too, because usually this is like going for it when we have the regular night, and this is in reverse too. So possibly your twin flame didn't show up for you. They might have been flaky. They might not have been willing to put in that level of work to either keep up with you, to join you, to stay with you, whatever it is. We have something going on about that. We have the Hermit in reverse, and this is like you've been in your healing cocoon a little too long. Maybe you've been really focused on your spiritual awakening, your healing. You might be withdrawing too much. You might be avoiding. It's time to get back into the world. You might be feeling shy. You might be feeling lonely. It is like time to get out there. Gemini is amazing because it's social butterfly energy. I know, right? It's like flirting, having nice conversations, getting into dating, being social. You're being guided to like get out there and not just sit in hermit mode, especially if your twin flame is the one initiating any separation. You guys might be at different places spiritually or even within your healing journey as well too. So you're being guided to not just sit ever waiting for your twin flame. If they weren't healed enough to be with you, that's another issue, right? And not waiting for them, continuing to live your life. In fact, in separation, you're in separation so that you can do things you couldn't do in a relationship or with your twin flame so that you can experience life to its fullest extent. Okay, so we have the High Priestess, but it's in reverse. High Priestess represents the divine feminine anyways. This is a moon magic card, but in reverse, you're needing to unblock your intuition, not paying attention to insights, focusing more on others than yourself, and needing to win the approval of others. You need to pay attention to those red flags that you were shown, things as they were unfolding. Like I remember, I'm very psychic, and I was always telling my twin flame a lot of my downloads, right? We get direct downloads from source, and they were like, oh no, that isn't going to happen. Everything I ever said played out. Like it wasn't all at once, like through the process of it. So as you're moving through life, as you're observing things, as you're seeing things, you're getting a lot of downloads and insights. And it's very important that you're trusting your own intuition as your compass that is guiding you through life. And so when we shut off our intuition or we're not listening to it, obviously we can run into problems and things like that. And so it's very important that you're listening to your own intuition, divine feminine, because you're trying to develop it. One of the best ways to develop your intuition is to trust it and to allow it to guide you forward. All right, we're going to go ahead and do a reading for the divine masculine just to see what is going on. I'm excited to be back doing cards too. Make sure you guys are checking out those activations. I'll be doing them all day today. Can't wait. I love the Pleiadian alignment. It's always right after Beltane, and Beltane kicks off this Pleiadian alignment for May as well too. And we have the Pleiades and our sun do a beautiful dance together during this time of year that will go until the summer solstice. So we have a lot of really, really powerful energies that we're in, a lot of galactic energies, all about bringing the new into your life. So we're going to do a reading for the divine masculine. All right, letting you down. And then this is what's going on for the masculine collective. Messages from the divine masculine, but divine feminine, if you're watching, direct messages from your masculine. Letting you down was the worst decision I ever made. And you'll say, well, why do that? Usually, and I've seen this before, there's instigating circumstances that have led to this. It could either be their friends, they could be talking badly about you, friends talking badly about you, family pulling them in a different direction, karma, karmics. It could be all sorts of things, but usually it's outside situations. I could see this, like I was really happy with my twin flame until the family pulled him back in, and in a minute he just walked away and went with them. Okay, so it could be needing to wrap up other things. So when we see a separation, it's literally, number one, I mean, it could be a lot of things, is needing to clear some type of karma. And we can't do our ascension until we do. One of the basics that we need to wrap up is to clear our family karma and to purge out our karmic attachments to the whole group of it, right? Now, the thing is, twin flames are going to have separate soul groups. We can't be with other lovers and come into union. So a lot of you guys that have met your twin flame and they're married or in another partnership, you'll notice that these unions don't progress because it's not a karmic connection. They don't progress until you do the work to untangle yourself from your existing relationships, right? I know. And then you'll notice they don't progress fully into union. You kind of do that dance around it. It could be other circumstances. So it's some type of outside circumstance a lot of the time, but that's just something for the masculine. They know why. But they know that they have let you down. They may know that they have failed this connection on their end, and that if it was on the masculine side, it isn't for everyone, but this is a reading for the masculine, that then there's not a lot the feminine can do, right? This is something that they need to sort through as well too. I keep track of you from afar by looking you up online. So this is confirmation. Once again, the masculine is watching you online, right? I always say that as well too. If they're not with you, and some people that are with you, they're depressed. You say what? They're having to deal with, as we talked about right now, layers of emotions that are coming up about this. I couldn't handle my true feelings for you, so I tried to keep you as a friend and nothing more as well too. This could be a toxic pattern too. It just kind of depends as well too. Watch out, not to pick on the masculines, but watch out for those masculines that keep all their exes around, right? Or keep them on the shelf. That could be a sign of toxic traits, narcissistic traits as well too. Just be mindful of that. Time passes, but my feelings don't change, even though you no longer trust me with your heart. And then they may know that you don't trust them, and you'll say, why? Not showing up for you, treating you badly, toxic behavior, pushing you away, avoidance, broken promises, broken dreams, right? Like things like that. So the masculine knows that you don't trust them. And this could have played a role in separation as well too. And this could be their own stuff coming out as well too. They may have given you deeper reasons to not trust them. Yes, it could be, infidelity, cheating, but it could just be things that they put you through as well too. So they know that. A relationship was different and special. Other people don't understand it. So this could be someone who thought the grass was greener on the other side, and then they figured out the grass is greenest where the divine feminine is watering it as well too. You were my sanctuary. You were the only person I could confide in. I betrayed your trust. So they don't have anyone to talk to. I think that their friends and family get sick of hearing about you, and then when they do bring you up, their friends and family talk badly about you, and it puts them in some kind of spot or position because they don't understand the connection. It's love is something you feel, right? And so then they don't have anyone to talk to, because trust me, when they talk badly about you, it hurts their own soul. And so then they have no one that they can confide in, because when they have tried to talk to their friends and family, they've got a lot of negative feedback. It can go like this on the twin flame journey. I wish you were here with me. They fantasize about you. They fantasize about being with you. They know they should be with you. I can't let you go. This is someone who can't let you go, but can't move on as well too from the connection. They may have, for those in separation, tried to move on, and they figure out that they can't. Okay, so we have for divine masculine. I did put a post up like this, and it was just downloads I was getting. They're used to keeping people at arm's length, pushing them away, never fully letting them in, never getting vulnerable with how they really feel, and kind of doing these superficial karmic relationships to the point they have built their castle, right? It's a prison, like of their mind, right? As well too, because without love and sitting by yourself infinitely with your thoughts, not really good, right? So some of them are in that space. I'm scared you will reject me. They may have rejected you and hurt you so badly that they're scared to reach out and talk to you, because then they'll have to deal with that as well too. And this is, you'll say, why would someone do that? Their own inner child rejection fears and avoidance and abandonment fears. I don't know how to handle my emotions right now. This is someone who doesn't know what to do about how they feel about you. I'm sorry I couldn't be what you needed me to be. I'm in love with you. So if you're wondering, you know that this person, this is confirmation. You already know that they love you. They might not be able to, they might not be knowing what to do with their, we'll say, situation or feelings. All right, gossip. And then we have the two girls, right? And this is the masculine reading, I know, right? This is their friends, exes, mom, partners, right? Friends. Okay. So they have a lot of karmic attachments, and they might have talked badly about you and rewritten the narrative to people so that they might be scared to be with you now because of, we'll say, gossip and things that have happened. Things were said behind your back, divine feminine. All right, we have this chaser energy as well too. So this is divine masculine. Some of you might be chasing after your divine feminine, or some of you might be about to too, and like not wanting to be in that energy. There will be a reunion. You know, you always come back to each other. Yes, in this lifetime and in every lifetime as well too. And so a lot of you guys think that your dating life didn't go good in the past, and this is why. You're like, why? Because you're a twin flame and you're meant to be with your twin flame and no one else. And so yes, you've come together with many karmic partners and things like that, but knowing that too, this is part of it. All right, this person might be dating. I know, right? Spending their weekends with others, dating, talking to other people. For the masculine too, some of them are talking to people, chatting, right, and things like that, thinking about it. Just kind of depends. Divine Feminine is an entire mystery and a spiritual path all in its own. We talked about being a spiritual quest as well too. And not everyone will get to those higher ascension levels. We see that on planet Earth. It takes doing a high level of work too. You'll come into union as part of your ascension. Holding back. Divine Feminine feeling they should have communicated or expressed themselves better. They have a lot of regret, your Divine Feminine, about how things happened. Divine Masculine feels unappreciated and like the Divine Feminine didn't truly care about them, but this is some type of negative belief system and projection. All right, we have obstacles that need to be cleared for union. Some of the obstacles were just excuses of not doing union on the masculine side. So you're needing to clear some of these inner blocks that may have affected things too. There will be a reconciliation and a reunion. You will get a second chance and you will come back together once you've done this work. Important that you're doing the healing work. All right, this is a lot of romantic feelings, falling in love, happiness, and emotions. This is your person, but you guys already know that. You don't need that confirmation. You already know this. All right, we have the Three of Cups. Once again, we have so many reunion cards coming through for the masculine. It might be what you need to shift out of separation or to come back together. This is going to bring you abundance. When you're in twin flame union, you're rewarded with a lot of powerful abundance, things coming through, things aligning, right, and stuff like that. So this is clearing. And then sometimes we have the third party energy. You're needing to clear third party energy to get into the reunion. All right, this is Page of Swords. If there hasn't been clear communication, this could be lack of communication. Usually it's like communication coming in, but this is Divine Masculine might be acting defensive or cold, being negative about the situation. Make sure that you're staying in a positive mindset about things as well too. Divine Masculine has been facing, this is the Sun in reverse. So for those of you in union, the Divine Feminine is your sun, right? It's very positive energy because masculine is very reflective of the feminine energy. So if you've been in separation, especially, you've been battling sadness, depression, negative mindset, not being able to focus on the positivity and not being able to see things. Don't make sure you're not letting negative vibes take over. We have Eight of Pentacles. This is your hard work paying off. And then this is like, you guys are manifesting each other. Maybe you don't know how, but this is like putting in the work and getting your goals and being successful, but also being reminded that the whole point of Earth is love and everything else goes. Like when you die, it all goes. It'll be about just those love memories or these connections that remain life after life as well too. So we have this big focus on the material, and yes, it puts everyone in survival mode. So Divine Masculine is like been in survival mode too much. You think you're thriving and doing great at the bare minimum, but you've actually just been in survival mode in this fight or flight state for far too long. Okay, so you're being guided to shift out of that survival mode and to focus on love and to open up to love. Some of you guys are not allowing your twin flame to love you. It's like the porcupine, right? Like you come near it and it pricks you. And it's like that, right? Like some of you guys have blocked out love so much, not realizing that underneath that trauma is your divine state of love. And then Divine Feminine, you're being guided to really cultivate your energy right now, knowing that this will help with your situation as well too, because this is what's going to bring your twin flame back to you, that healing energy that they need as well too. So we have Divine Masculine. Some of you guys are going it alone and then figuring out that alone is more separation and having to deal with those feelings. Divine Feminine, you're being guided to get a little bit more social this season as you're going through Gemini season. All right, I'm going on that note. Anyways, if you guys need me, make sure you guys are booking readings on my website, sparksofdivinelighthealing.com. Have a beautiful day.